The market bounces at the open, then sells off to our key support area. The question now is, will it bounce or do we continue to move down? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, I talked about the fact that the market should push down below the December 20th low at 45.20, and if it was going to continue down in a straight shot, it needed to break the 44.91 low from December 3rd. However, if it was unable to break that December 3rd low and bounced, then we might see a bigger structure that would drag this wave 4 on, and that may be what we're seeing right now. The market found a bottom at 45.14 and has bounced off of that. The question is this going to be a triangle or B-wave bounce, or is it just a dead cat that will get sold off directly lower? I'll get into all that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. Okay, guys, with the bounce off 45.14, we're going to keep watching that bounce and see how it plays out. I am starting to favor the B-wave option here as the most likely path, but they can sell this off as there are some pit stops along the way. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart. And if you remember in yesterday's video, we were tracking 3 paths. All 3 are still alive. However, I think I've shifted which one is the primary, and I will tell you why in just a minute. So yesterday's primary path was the more direct move down in the C wave, where we continue down here and break this low over here at 44.91 and keep pushing down towards 44.40 in a more direct manner to complete wave C. However, as I look more at this chart and some of the contributing factors, I think I'm shifting my view to the B wave being the primary and the C wave down being the alternate, with our triangle kind of being in the back of our mind as something to keep an eye on just in case. I don't have a lot of faith in the triangle, but the pattern is there, so I do have to keep it on the chart and kind of track it to make sure that we understand what happens if they blow through this B-wave box, what we're looking at. So some of the reasons that I have shifted my perspective: number one, if this is the high and we're counting that as such, this has only been a couple of weeks in this move down, and this is a large degree wave 4. You would expect this to drag out for 4 to 8 weeks, to be honest with you. So for us to only be about halfway through makes a lot of sense in the time perspective. The second thing is we've struck a low here on really good positive divergence. Okay, if you look at the spike low here, it was the low side of this MACD, and then this low was much higher up here. So we got a good positive divergence on this low on the MACD, which is in a support area that routinely gives us 200 or so point rallies, which would be a great relief rally up into the B-wave box. The third thing is the NASDAQ is more oversold than it's been since the COVID crash, and it's ready for a relief rally as well. So when these two are in sync and they're both looking for some kind of relief rally, it makes it more likely, in my opinion, that that's what we're looking at as opposed to a direct move down. Can they move it down? Absolutely. We just need to watch this bounce and this low. They can still make another low without taking out this low, but if they break it down and break below this low over here on December 3rd, which is around 44.91, I believe, if they break that low, then we are most likely, there's just not much left to track. It's most likely down in C. Another reason that I've moved the B wave as the primary is that if this is going to be a direct move down, it's really targeting about 44.80, which isn't quite as low as I would expect in the C wave down for this wave 4. So that's another reason I favor this B wave bounce, because it sets up really nicely to put our C wave in our target area. And the last thing, guys, is the structure. This is very clearly 3 waves down, which is not indicative of a wave 1 of 3. And then you have a 3-wave move up, which is normal if it was going to be a wave 2. And then you have a 5-wave move down here in C, which is much more descriptive of an A wave with a 3-3-5 structure, as opposed to a C wave, which should be 5-3-5-3-5 all the way down. And that's just not what we've seen so far. So for them to move it lower, of course, they're going to have to reverse this bounce and bring it down below this low and ultimately break 44.91. And at that point, there's nothing to track except where it bottoms. So that's what we're looking for if you want the direct move lower. For the B wave, they need this bounce to take out this 45.73 area, or 75, wherever this low is right here. It's hard to tell. 45.77 low right here of wave 1, if that's what we're counting it as. because then it puts us in ending diagonal territory, and I don't trust those. So if it moves up and breaks 45.77, that is a good indicator that the move down is going to be less likely. And above 4,600 is really going to be a strong sign that this move down is over and we are in wave B, as that breaks the 382 retrace, which is what you would expect in a wave 4 if you count this as all of 3, wave 4 up and then 5 down. So 4,600 is the key resistance to break through, and it's been pretty strong so far. They've held it 3 different times that they've tested it. And so if they can push up through 4,600, then it is very likely we are in the B wave or the triangle pushing higher. For the triangle, it's got to blow through the B wave box. So the B wave target is from 46.61, which is the 50% retrace of the move down, up to 47.38, which is the 764 retrace of the move down. That is where we'd expect it to hit, most likely in the 46.96 range. So almost 4,700, but not quite. But if it does keep pushing higher and blows through this box, then we have to keep an eye on this triangle as the more likely path. So really what we're watching, guys, is can they continue to hold this bounce and drive it up? And if they can, they need to break through this wave 1 low, if we're counting it as wave 1, to kind of invalidate that structure. And if they break that at 45.77, 4,600 is on deck. Over that 382 starts to make it much less likely that there's going to be another down move before we complete wave B. For the direct down move, they just need to reverse this and break this low. That's it. Once they break 44.91, we are in the end of C, and wherever it bottoms, it bottoms. And then, of course, for the triangle, it has to blow through this B box and keep moving up, but not take out the all-time highs. Okay, guys, so that is what we were watching for today. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to get in my Facebook group. There's a link down in the description. Okay, click that link and it will take you over to Facebook. Once you get to Facebook, you do have to get approved to get into my group. But the only thing that I ask is you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe button down below and I'll get you in my Facebook group. Now, once you're in there, hit this featured button right in the middle and then scroll down just a little bit and you'll see a link to my documented trades. That is almost all the trades we've had on the channel since we've started. I got to update it with the last few. And then scroll down just a little bit further and you'll see a link to my Slack channel. Now, Slack is just a free chat channel, and I am on there all day during real-time market hours giving market updates, answering all of your questions, and giving my buy and sell alerts. It's an excellent group of traders from the very talented to the very beginner, and it's an awesome place to learn or improve your trading. So come on over, guys. Let's make some money together. All right, guys, key takeaways for today. We're watching to see if they can hold this bounce and continue to push higher, or if they're going to continue this sell-off lower in a direct manner. We do have the triangle in the back of our mind here, but that is not a very likely pattern, but we do want to make sure we understand it in case we do blow through this B-wave box. Again, through 45.77 and then 4,600, and it's very, very likely we're in the B-wave, but below that, they can still push this down in a more direct manner. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.